Hello. This one is for Simon, who's playing an RTN in 2 weeks and really needs to make top 4, so he can come to nationals with us. Let's see. If you have sync belows, you always want to use them to put very good red cards on the bottom of your deck, so you can have a better second cycle, and also you get closer to your dual threat. So this is an easy block for me. And then of course we use this guy. Very nice. This is actually, yeah, this is the perfect hand. If you see dual threat, you almost always just want to slam it. If you Arsenal, it can become awkward, just in general for you. Especially in this Ira deck, just keep the Arsenal free. Oh, very interesting. So you have access to the Mask of Momentum triggers, and I actually need to respect them. Let's think first. Are we... Which attack do we want to start with here? Probably... I guess for max damage I do still want... well, if we do it this way. There's a slight chance that if we keep this for later, then we get the mask trigger. Especially if they block very aggressively on the Battering Thorns. Okay, they do win this. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so I was saying keep the Arsenal free. And just play out your hand. Dual threat in these more aggressive leaning matchups is like a blood rush in every brute. You really want to see all of them. This is why with Fate and Sync you always put the card on the bottom. In addition to making your second cycle better. Now the next one will come in for 2 because of the Tiger Stripe, and it threatens Mask. I believe there's... Is there something left here? Yeah, there was one left, okay. Okay, and already we have a pretty nice life lead. I think Guardians are one of the more tough matchups for Ira, but we'll see how this plays out. Okay. Not ideal, but it happens that you won't find a blue. And in this case, I just want to avoid blocking with this guy. This will probably end up in the Arsenal. And we just throw the CNC. So if they like have something like a pummel in here, well, and if they have a 2-cost attack, they can still CNC pummel us afterwards. Maybe we also just go for a full block here. I think we might just do so. I don't think we lose too hard on deck value. So we can commit cards like these to blocking as well. Why I'm deciding to do this is because Victor struggles with converting full 5-card hands. Against, I don't know, a deck that's more squishy leaning, maybe like Arachne Marionette, you'd rather throw the CNC here. If they only come in with the hammer, maybe with a pummel, then it's just incredible. We get so much value out of this. Though we are also not converting our whole hand here. Let's see. I might just go for the Fitful Scene in either case. Yeah. That could be wrong, because maybe this is like the deck value we're not supposed to waste, but maybe this matchup actually goes down to this one point of life. I'm not sure yet. We'll see after the game and then we know for sure. But yeah, ideally I want to be okay in this sort of space where I can decide whether I need to go to push the point or not. So what I mean is, if now he blocks this Kodachi, I have actually another chain and I can throw without wasting any value. Of course, if we get to throw the push the point with full value, now we do so. And as you've been seeing now, playing defensively against Victor seems to be paying off in terms of life total. Okay, very nice. Have Sync on top. So ideally we put the snatch on the bottom, I think. Or do we? Yeah, once again, I think we just use double direct here. Let's see what we... Maybe we just discard the snatch anyways. No, I think it's actually... It can be okay in this spot, in this game. What is this on hit? Tech actions with 3 or less base. I think we might just let this happen, right? And then we can... No, we don't. See, the point is what I said earlier, where we do want that Mask of Momentum trigger to be at least threatened. So yeah, we'd rather use the D-React here than keeping it for Arsenal. Now he played a pummel hand, and all he got from us was 3 life, and we still get to clap back with a 2-card 8. This is what makes Ira really, really strong. Also, he's gone through half of his blocking cards. The pouncing pass, in case anyone was wondering, are also here, especially because of the dual threats, because whenever you are not able to present 2 attack actions, you can always substitute one with a crouching tiger. Now another relevant point, because I'm seeing we only have blocked with 1 blue yet, is that you do want to make sure whenever you will be drawing your looking for scraps, they are actually online. So keep this in mind when blocking in the early game. Getting that blue card into the grave is actually quite important. Now this is just a bad play. The sensor on it you shouldn't respect too much, especially not with the Crown of Providence. Whenever you're playing against a deck that has Arsenal Disruption and Ira has a very strong CNC play, you always want to keep this around just to buy yourself free from at least one of those. Unfortunately, with 2 blocks, we can't avoid the crush effect here. How much do we have to block? 10. Yeah, even if we give our equipment here, this won't happen. So I feel like once again we just go for the full block here. Do we block the last card or no? I think once again, if the answer is just going to be hammer, then we have an Arsenal that could get awkward for us, so I guess we'd rather go like this. Do need to keep the deck value in mind a little bit though. I don't think we can do this more often. Actually, the correct play might have been to just keep 1 blue. Oh wait, it's not working out. No, I think we're good like this. And then we just do the sync. Actually, we don't do the sync for one simple reason. I'm getting to in just a second. Actually, if he did not play any CNC, we should have used the sync. But point is with the Bittering Thorns, if you want to maximize damage, you throw them at the 2nd place and not the 3rd for the mask. Because at the 2nd place they come in for 5 due to Ira's ability, so it's more likely that you get the on-hit with the +1. And I value the consistency of just getting that more damage higher than having the chance of them not blocking and us getting the mask trigger. Okay. Because I think like this we just get another piece of equipment out of them, exactly. With your sigils, you always want to keep them as late as possible, so you're denying your opponent information gain. Okay, and now we go for... Right. The sync and the blue 3 block. Keep the more threats, because now I do realize that... we don't sync here. we might be running a little low on deck threats to actually kill him. So I rather like try to not block with too many of our red cards now. And now at this spot, I'm not too sure whether the best place to... Okay, well, is the best play to... I think since they still have quite a lot of gold mine estates, the best place to actually send Command and Conquer for 7 and not use the tunic counter for an extra Kodachi. Because now, if they want to block efficiently, they need to give us this guy, which presents a gold for their... This is the gold mine estates. So it's actually quite good if we get that block out of them now. Yep. And we do have one more CNC coming, which will be very awkward for them. A very nice hand. Nice, and I don't think we need to respect much of anything. Once again, I'm just getting this guy out now, so we have the chance to get a Mask of Momentum trigger. Once again, I'm using the Fate to put a red card into our second cycle. And now before we continue, they are not on half of their life yet, and we've already used nearly half of our deck, but they've used a lot of their defensive tools. All this armor is gone. All their block cards are gone, so we are actually sitting okay, I'd say. What we can do now is we have 4 resources available, so we can go for double Kodachi looking for Scrap and Torrent of Tempo. A very huge turn that is for sure going to push some damage, or sort of time walk them where they block a lot and we just get to play our next hand as we please. Oh, very nice. Big fan of this card. Yeah, what it does is, where is it? Is it gone there? Prevents 2 and then makes your might, which is still 3 value. And I think in Victor it's obviously not too strong because you give up on that, well, top deck whenever you're clashing. But the good thing with this is, in combination with CNC, for example, you get this breakpoint again with the might. So yeah, in other Guardians, I think it's definitely a consideration. Okay, they respect the on-hit, very nice. Now we chunked them quite a bit and still got a lot of the hand. And now we do draw, I think... No, unfortunately not the best hand, since we are... Well, actually we use the Pouncing Paws here, right? I think what we do is Pouncing Paws. And now we get to resolve the dual threat instantly. Keep the CNC in arsenal. The reason I don't block with the CNC is, once again, I think now we do need to keep a little bit of deck value, and the CNC play is one of our strongest. So what we do is Kodachi and Tiger, and then afterwards we can play the dual threat. What dual threat does is, if you've played an attack action, your next weapon action will get +3, and if you've played a weapon action, your next attack action will get +3. So what we're doing with the Kodachi into Tiger is we play both the weapon and the attack action, and then the next ones will each get +3. So this is basically a 0 cost 6 pump. Very neat. Yeah, and did we have... If we had the tunic counter here, this would just be insane, because we throw the CNC for... well, actually, we throw the CNC for 9. And I mean, we can do that. It's just a little card inefficient, but it's very awkward for them. Right? Yeah, we did Kodachi for 4. Okay, yeah, my bad then. I wanted to obviously only play one of those cards and keep the other one for the arsenal, but I think at this point this is actually just worth it. Nice. We get a lot of deck value out of them, which seems to be of relevance here. I mean, of course, this happens. Never arsenal a blue card like this. In this position, we'll just keep the sigil around, because once again, we don't need to give them the information of us having a sigil until we actually need our arsenal for something else. Now they're actually at half their life, and we kind of do have half our deck left. Okay, is this their last clash card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. I think they have one more. Should have one more test of strength left. That's fine. Alright. Yeah, preserving deck value. I'll just block with the blues. Maybe we can get more of the flick flick later. Ah, that's right. The mills with the hammer. I got okay. That is my bad. It's been a second that I played against Victor. The hammer obviously mills a card from your deck whenever it hits and wins a clash. So I guess I should have actually blocked before there. A little greedy. And now I think against a pure aggro deck, you just throw this on the last chain link. Because, as I said, deck value seems to matter here. I'd rather keep this to block 3 instead of attack for 1, or actually pitch in our weapons first. Okay, very nice. Do we put this on the bottom too? I feel like we do. The Snatch, of course, is not looking very good in this matchup, because for several reasons. It's not really working with the cost curve very well, and Guardians can block the 4 more easily than other decks, but it's not in the list for these matchups. It's more against the aggro decks that are very prevalent now, like Aurora or Syndra, where they do have a hard time blocking these 4. Yeah, so just in terms of space, we just keep it in. We don't lose too much value in a matchup where we're not too bad in either way. Okay, CNC now sucks, but not much we can do. I think, yeah, we just... Oh, we can have the... We have the life total to just play around that a little bit. Of course we lose deck value again, but it's fine. That is just bound to happen. They will get a CNC pummel off at some point, and sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Now they do have one CNC left. Do they have a pummel left too? At this point, I should have definitely just checked their pitch stack in the first cycle. I'm not sure we're even there yet. Yeah, okay. Because, let's say we were in second cycle yet, and we did see them pitch CNC and pummels together. Then we don't arsenal the flick flag, obviously. But now with 2 cards, they can't even do CNC and pummel, so it's a no-brainer. Okay, now we start with the golden estates. Fortunately for us, they don't have too much gold. So we just do... I think one of the 3 blocks. Or do we cash in the flick flag? I think just to make sure, because, yeah, as I said, I did not pay enough attention to know where the CNCs are at. No, we do need to banish something of this guy. Mm. Now threatening the mask on hit. Though there should not be much red in our deck left. Let's see, yeah. Thinking at this point, yeah, we still rather keep the cards in hand. They present still 3 damage for each turn we live in. Okay. Now he's starting to actually put on some damage as well. Just cash in the block. Okay, yeah, so already we did some minor misplays with the hammer coming through several times, milling us at least 2 red cards, which kind of sucked. Could have made a difference in this game, doesn't have to be the case though. I think in general you are like you have enough freedom, they don't pressure you enough where you actually need a clean 60 of your best cards. I guess you can fat deck a little. We have 6 more go against sources which just present pure damage. Yet we could have bought it in fairly unpunished, I think. Do we need to respect something yet? Pummel 17. 14, so we put this in just in case. Yeah, and with more threats, I guess we can actually get him lower at this stage of the game where he is forced to block more and can't keep all his threats. Yeah, definitely one of the tougher matchups. Fortunately, it's not quite relevant for the RTN season yet, because Enigma still exists and basically bullies Victor out completely. And still, I think with optimized sideboarding here and gameplay, this is still very doable. Once again, I've not played this matchup yet. Okay, nice. We get to... I mean, they do have the pummel, right? 1, 2... So they go up to 10. We definitely need to block 5 then. Right, and then we go down to 1. Still come in with the Torrent of Tempo. I think this is right. Okay. We don't need the mask anymore right now, so that's really just the 2 block now. The Rotten Remains, in case you were wondering, they are, I think, only for the mirror right now. You need to banish once from both graves. And who's actually playing 1 attacks? It's only like some assassins and Ira. So you want to play this in Ira and just blow the enemy out. And against Nu, for example, I don't think you want to play that. The risk is too high of them banishing it and playing it against you. Yeah, this is the last test of strength. Very good for him. Don't Arsenal still. Okay, we have 1 more red. I think now we actually use this. So yeah, not even over yet. Yeah, once again, I did not track pitch stack. Of course, you can do that. There might just be actually a direct coming up. So, I don't know. We don't need the gold anyway, so whatever. Okay, very good. They still have a lot of red left in the deck. In contrary to us. Let's see whether we live another turn. Ooh. Well, we might just don't. Okay, so this is the victor matchup for you. Simon, I don't think you need to worry about it too much. In case you play against one, you're more likely fine with just fat decking and then not making silly mistakes like I did. Yeah, after this, it's... I mean, I still have deck value because it's very good blue cards. But yeah, a deck like this is just... It's not winning against Nu, it's not winning against Enigma. You might play against it on the early tables if you're very unlucky. Ira's still very good. I believe in the deck.